Hey folks, thanks for tuning in. Brian Moses here, founder of Real Estate Training Breakthroughs, and I am going to blow your mind today on teaching you not just how to generate a lead, but the laws and principles of effective, responsible, intelligent, profitable marketing strategies. That's right. We're going to tell you the do's and don'ts of how to attract highly qualified, highly motivated prospects. So stay tuned. We're about to begin, and you can listen to this private inner circle coaching call that I did with my best coaching clients from across the globe. All right, let me open up my notes. This one. Okay, cool. So I took some notes. And if you have any questions about any of this, feel free to jot them in the chat box. All right, so I want to remind everybody the purpose of marketing is to get your ICP to call you. Now, my ICP is a home seller, somebody who's selling their home. I don't want just people to call me. What's my home worth? Are you thinking about selling? No, that's not good. I want to get people that I want to talk to call me. So in order to do that, I'm going to give you a 4-prong formula. Repetition is the mother of skills. So all of you have probably heard this at some point before, but let me tell you, I am making new distinctions 30 years after I started studying marketing and reading books. So hearing it again, look for not, oh, I know this shit. Look for, what can I learn from this? What distinction can I take away to dial in my marketing? So in order to get people to call you, you need to know who your ideal client profile is. So in Tom's case, really great. Wood Ranch, sellers, very specific. If I know who you want to speak to, we can craft a message like some of the ones that I showed you today that speak specifically to that prospect. I call that message to market match. Now, let me give you an example. I got hit by a car, 2009. I've had 5 foot surgeries. I'm in excruciating pain. It's not comfortable. There's nothing that can be done about it. When you get your foot run over, it gets crushed into a dust, and there's not much they can do to put Humpty Dumpty back together again. So I just got to suck it up and manage the pain and, do the best I can. But nonetheless, every time I receive a piece of marketing that says eliminate pain, it piques my attention. Does that make sense, gang? Now, what would really pique my attention if I got a message from a podiatrist who is a foot specialist and it said eliminate foot pain forever? That would get my attention. What percentage of the time based on what you know about me? 100% of the time. Now, what if the podiatrist, I call the podiatrist, I book an appointment, I go in there and he goes, oh, you got hit by a car, there's nothing that can be done for you. He's still talking with somebody who wants to eliminate foot pain. And if there is a solution, and a podiatrist, by the way, which I just learned, they have inserts in your feet. So maybe he can't do anything with my foot, but what he can do is put some inserts into my shoes so that my gait, my walk, isn't out of alignment and doesn't cause more problems. So a podiatrist got me to call him because his message spoke to me. And then what he sold me had nothing to do with the offer that he called on. If everybody follows me, put yes in the chat box, because this is important. So he said, he got me to respond to eliminate foot pain forever, and ended up selling me orthotics. Right? Why would he do that? Because he's freaking brilliant. So I'm going to show you that we're going to create messaging that is brilliant, that is not what we do. I'll talk like sell your home without listing it for sale. No signs, no open houses, no hassles, quick, easy, convenient. That's not what I want to do. I want to sell them orthotics. I want to get the listing. But it got the prospect to raise his hand. Okay, so everybody's tracking with me. So here's how we create a good message. We put ourselves in the prospect's shoes. So write that down. Put yourself in the prospect's shoes. So for buyers, if I put myself in their shoes, I know that buyers want selection. They don't just look at one house and buy one, they look at many. I also know that they want a good deal, right? There isn't a buyer on the planet that if I ask them, hey, is getting a good deal important to you? They go, no, I really want to overpay for the house. So that's important. And then they want convenience. I mean, we are in a fast-paced society. Like information is traveling at record clips. So if I know what a buyer wants, I can package an offer to give it to them. Sellers, let's look at what they want. They want the most money. Never met a seller who isn't interested in getting as much for their house as they can. They also want timing, and they want no pressure. So let's use all of these components in our marketing and in our messaging. And we have lots of different bait. I'm going to give you an example here in a second. I'll give you a few. Media. I gave you some examples today. So a banner over the highway is a media. It's a way to get your message in front of people. Little business cards distributed all over your community. Inexpensive way to get your message in front of people. Your email signature, your voicemail greeting are ways for people to hear your message. Hi, you've reached Brian Moses with Coldwell Banker Real Estate, Title, and Mortgage Services. I'm sorry I can't get to the phone right now, but if you leave your name and number, I'll be happy to call you just as soon as I return. By the way, if you're thinking about selling your Nashua or Southern New Hampshire home in the near future, you could possibly sell it without having to put it on the market. That's right. No signs, no open houses, quick, easy, convenient. If you'd like more information on that, go to sellwithoutlistingnewhampshire.com. So that's just another way for me to get my message branded into the minds of the consumer. When I say branding, folks, we think our name, we think ego, we think John Porter, we think Tom Kessler, we think David needs to know the market needs to know who David is, who Courtney is. No, the market doesn't give a shit about you. But if you have a good brand / offer, right? Think about Volvo. Volvo, the automobile, their brand is safety. Mercedes, their brand is luxury. What is your brand? What do you want to be known for? That's a good takeaway from today's call. And then we want to use inexpensive and free media and avoid the expensive stuff. And then we do that over and over and over again for compounded returns. And we reinvest into additional media. Hook, call to action. Everyone needs to have that. Now I want to write a quick ad. I want to give you a couple of examples. So there's 3 things that I want you to do. I've talked about this in seminars. We want to be bilingual. So I'm going to do this really quick because I want to talk with Alex about our conversation yesterday. So we want to be bilingual. That means we need to learn 3 languages and we need to not get ahead of ourselves. So language number 1 is French. Language number 2 is German. Language number 3 is Chinese. If you've heard this before, pretend like you could learn something. Like, don't go, oh my God, I've heard this before and I know it. I want it to really make an impact. And sometimes you hear things a second time and it's different than the first time. So French is the language of marketing and attracting leads. If we can create a message that makes your phone ring, how about better than that? What if we created a marketing message that got your prospects to chase you? Meaning, you know what? You don't even call them back. And they call you 2 and 3 times. How great would that be? Like, your offer is so compelling. Has anybody ever experienced that? Right? It's frustrating, to be honest with you. Like, you're on Craigslist, you're looking at something, and you're like, oh my God, I was just about to buy a $5,000 camera, and there's one for $1,000. Guy's got a phone number. You call him, he doesn't call you back. You call him again. You call him again. Why? Because there's $4,000 of potential savings. There's a benefit. It's massively compelling. The more compelling your message is, people will chase you. So, and don't worry about steps 2 and steps 3. Here's your litmus test for marketing. If your marketing message gets people to pick up the phone and call you or go to a website, it's done its job. It's done its job, right? If I do an ad, sell your home without listing it for sale, no signs, no open houses, quick, easy, no hassle, call Brian Moses, 555-1212, and I get calls, I have put a nice big check next to language number 1 of attracting business. Now you need to learn German, how to convert that business to an appointment. And those are in your scripts. I use the same script every single time, regardless of the source of my lead. So somebody calls in on an ad, I know what I'm going to say to get in their house. Then I qualify that person. So after the appointment is booked, I qualify that prospect. And when I'm at their house, I want to transition into a listing. So let me give you the example of the podiatrist. Podiatrist runs an ad, eliminate foot pain forever. Holy shit, that's irresistible. I can't resist it. I call him. He books an appointment. When can you come in for an exam? I go, well, shit. Can you really eliminate foot pain forever? In many cases, we can, Mr. Moses. I don't know until I see you. When can you come in? Boom, he's got an appointment. I come in, he transitions into, I can't eliminate your pain, but I can prevent you from having back pain, hip pain, and other pain by using these $400 orthotics. I go, done. Everybody follow this process. We want to do the same thing in real estate. Now, I promise you, there isn't a freaking trainer in the world that has gone to this level of explanation to teach you this. I'm going to write an ad right now that's going to demonstrate that. So I need a volunteer. First one in the chat books to say, I'm in, will be my volunteer and will unmute your mic. I will write an ad for you that will attract your ICP. Come on, don't be shy. I thought this would blow up. Okay, David C. was the first one. No, Tom Kessler was the first one. Tom was the first one. All right, so Tom, I think we did this yesterday. Let me look. Let me look at Tom's. So it'll just be quicker. And it'll be good for Tom to hear it again. Now, everybody can follow. Where are my notes on Tom? No. Maybe I didn't. I don't know where my notes are. All right. So here's what we're going to do. Tom, do you want buyers or sellers?
Sellers.
Okay. And we know that they're in Wood Ranch, right?
Right.
All right. So everybody can see my screen. So his ICP is Wood Ranch. In Wood Ranch, what is the average sales price? Ballpark is fine.
Maybe 700 maybe.
I'm sorry?
The average is probably 700.
Okay, so 700,000's average. What's the low price point? Not the lowest price home in Wood Ranch, but where there's probably a dozen properties. Where do they clutter on the low end?
It's probably 650. So the average is probably really 800.
Okay, so 650 is the low. Average is 8. And then what's the high end, Tom, where there's probably a dozen properties on the high end, not the most expensive house in Wood Ranch, but the high end?
Maybe 900.
900.
950, something like that.
970?
Yeah.
Okay, so 970 to $1 million. Okay, so everybody can do this in their market. So you get the average, the low, the high. Tom, tell me what you get what do you get for 800,000? Describe the average home? How many bedrooms, how many baths, how many square feet?
Probably 4-bedroom, 3-bath, about 3,000 square feet.
Garage?
3-car garage.
Okay, so my question is, what do you get for $1 million?
4,000 square feet.
5 bedrooms?
Yeah, 4 to 5 bedrooms, 4 baths.
4,000 square feet, 4 baths. Yep.
3-car garage.
3-car garage. Okay. Amenities galore.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, mute your line and then watch this, everybody. So if I'm targeting sellers, so if I want to create an ad for sellers, I want sellers to call me. So I want to say pre-approved cash buyers looking for. Now notice, I'm not saying I even have the buyers. There are pre-approved buyers looking in Wood Ranch, looking for Wood Ranch. Now, they're seeking, and I describe the average house. Seeking 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, 3,000 square feet, 3-car garage. Willing to pay, now watch this, gang, $1 million for the right home. Call Tom Kessler, C21 555 1212. How many of you think that this would generate interest? Put in the chat box, yes, it would generate interest, or no, it won't. Yes. Anyone else? Yes. Good. Yes, 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 yes. So if the answer is yes, should we use this? Would this be an effective message to generate leads? Now, where we get caught up is we go, whoa, 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 whoa. We're thinking about steps 2 and steps 3. Let's think about it one step at a time. So, by the way, are there people, look one line at a time. Are there people looking in Wood Ranch? The answer is yes. Are there people looking for 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, 3,000 square feet? The answer is yes. Are there also people looking on the high end willing to pay $1 million? Yes. So now a seller calls you and says, hey, I was about to call ABC Real Estate and put my house on the market, but you have a buyer willing to pay $1 million? That's not what the ad says. That's what they interpret the ad as saying. When I got the postcard from the podiatrist and it said eliminate foot pain forever, there are unusual conditions. But he got me to call, he got me to come in, he explained to me why he can't eliminate foot pain forever, and then he sold me something that would benefit me. That is called effing brilliant. It's a process. And he added value to my life. So when the seller calls and says, hey, you have a buyer? Well, I'm not going to tell you I do. I've never seen your house. When can I come and see your house? So step 2 is very easy. When can I come and see your house? And then when I'm there, I'm going to go, you know what? I'm not going to lie to you. I don't have a buyer for your house. The buyers that are willing to pay $1 million, let me tell you what they're looking for. They're looking for 5 bedrooms, 4,000 square feet, 4 baths, amenities galore. You have a beautiful house, but it doesn't match their criteria. So they go, oh, okay. And now I transition into the listing by saying, hey, you guys are thinking about selling. Yeah, we are. Is getting the most amount of money important to you? Yes, it is. Well, it may be to your benefit that my buyer isn't interested. Can I tell you why? When you have one buyer, they're calling the shots. When you increase the demand, what would be optimal, Mr. Seller, for you to get the most amount of money is to create a bidding war. How are you creating a bidding war is you get tons of traffic. How you get tons of traffic is you work with somebody who has strategies, marketing strategies to increase the demand on your home. We have a few. Can I show them to you? Well, since you're here, why don't you tell me about the orthotics? Well, since you're here, why don't you tell me what you can do for me? All right, cool. So that's an example. We could do the opposite for a buyer, and we could go Wood Ranch, motivated seller, several homes to choose from, 5 bedrooms, 4,000 square feet, 3-car garage, amenities galore, starting at 700,000. Holy shit, you'd have buyers calling you left and right. All right, now if you guys have any questions, feel free to email me. Alex, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Man, that was a great call. I'm glad I recorded it, if I do say so myself. But what's going to make this call even greater is we were having a conversation yesterday. Can you share with the group what we were talking about?
Yeah, we were actually talking and going deep into different marketing strategies. You know, we come across a lot of real estate agents who ask us from time to time to help them with like a tagline, right? Like something to put on the back of their business cards.
Yes.
We've all seen the ones. I'm never too busy for your referral. So they're looking for slogans.
Experience matters is a recent one that rings a bell, right? Experience matters.
Yeah. Yeah. We were talking about, we put a lot of effort into these types of catchy slogans, but really, what's in it for the customer, right? Like, I'm never too busy for your referral, experience matters. There's no real benefit to the buyer or seller, right? There's no reason for them to pick up the phone and call you. And what we were talking about is, we both studied Dan Kennedy, and his book on trust-based marketing talks specifically about the slogan versus a USP, a unique selling proposition. And we talked about, if we put more effort into determining what's our differentiated value proposition, our USP, because that's value to the consumer, right? That's what's in it for them if they take action. We could turn our marketing into lead generation magnets with the right language. And, and it resonated perfectly with today's call.
Yeah. Thanks for that. It was funny. And I hope everybody on today's call, I know you all personally. I believe that we have a mutual respect for each other. You wouldn't be on this call if you didn't value my painful experiences early on and the distinctions that I've made. And likewise, I value you investing your time, your money, your resources to grow and improve yourself. I'll tell you a funny story. I had a call with a woman the other day. I shared it with Alex. That's how we got on this topic. And, I'll go, hey, what are your goals? Where are you currently? What are your frustrations and challenges? And I'll really do a deep dive to find out about their business. And what I find is that a lot of people want to change their results, but they're not willing to change their behavior. And worse, write this down, they're not willing to change their thinking. Right? If you keep thinking the same way, you're going to keep taking action the same way. And if you keep taking the same actions, you're going to get the same results. And, the majority of people that are on this call, everybody on this call, and the majority of people that work with me, they see that opportunity. But this lady, she was just so locked into being right. And I have a great friend, Alex knows him, Tom Schaff, brilliant guy, worked with him at Chet Holmes. He would used to say to me, do you want to be right or do you want to be rich? Because every time I get locked into a way of thinking, Tom, my buddy, my mentor, would say, do you want to be right? Because you can fight to be right, or do you want to be rich? And in order to be rich, you have to change your thinking. Because if we keep doing what we're doing, we're going to get the same results. So anyway, this woman wanted to be right. And she's like, I have a slogan. Let me tell you what I do. I have a slogan, experience matters. And I'm like, well, how's it working? She goes, well, it works okay. No, it doesn't. Don't lie to yourself. Then I said, what are you doing to create raving fans? We got on that topic. And she said, I give out Cracker Barrel gift cards. So she was evaluating whether or not she wanted to coach with me. I wasn't feeling a connection. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. And I got an email the next day that I shared with Alex, and it said, you know what? I'm sure you're a great coach, Brian, but our personalities are different. And it's not, I'm going to pass. And I'm like, okay, I could yes you to death. I could kiss your backside, but I care about you. So I told you the truth and it hurt your feelings. So I'm sorry I hurt your feelings, but if you're ever interested in getting results, I'll be here for you. And I want to leave you guys and gals with this. There are two worlds out there that we live in, and we talked about limiting beliefs. This first world is that one full of limiting beliefs. It's all the reasons and stories why you can't have all that you dream and desire. It's the reported world, right? You don't have money, you don't have an education, you don't have resources, you don't have a supporting broker. That's might be all true, but that's just a story. There's another world that exists, and that's called the created world. That's the one that you go out and claim. That's the one where you say, I want to be a world champ, and I'm going after it. I want to be a college quarterback, and I'm going after it. I want to be #1 in the world for Coldwell Banker, and I'm going after it. You know what? Good things happen. I was never #1, but twice I was #2. So when you shoot for the stars, you land on the moon, doesn't suck. A lot of people have never been on the moon. People ask me, do I coach? Obviously. I'm at a point now in my career where there's only so many hours in the day. I want to spend more time going to college camps with my kids, watching them go through the process. So my availability is limited. However, I have 4 amazing coaches. We are a coaching company, and I want to give you all an invitation, a free invitation to jump on a free coaching call. No credit card needed, no money, no deposit. We want to add value in your life. If you think this call was good, wait when we dive deep, ask you about your goals, find out what you're currently doing. Our coaches will expand your thinking. They will show you more possibilities than you ever knew existed, specific to you, your goals, your market, and what your current resources are. They'll show you how to eliminate waste, eliminate unnecessary expenses. You all have them. We all are spending money on shit that doesn't work. And we'll show you some mistakes that you could avoid. We'll put another set of eyeballs on your business. And if you're truly serious about your business, this invitation is for you. We're not looking to waste our time, folks, and yours. We want people who are truly capable and willing and committed to going to another step up, a higher level. There is no cost for this call, but please, if you're not serious about growing your business, please don't waste our coaches' time. If you aren't insincere and you are sincere, just go to brianmosescall.com. It'll ask you your name. What's the best number to reach you at? It'll ask you about a couple questions about your business. And we have allocated about 50 hours. So for the first 50 people that register, and we're going to run this webinar again. So we expect to have several hundred of people consuming this. So it's first come, first serve. You guys have first crack at it. But for the first 50 people, we've got 50 hours allocated for free coaching to people who are serious about growing their business. And on those calls, you'll certainly learn how to increase your sales, your units, but more importantly, we'll show you how to do it with a higher sales price. Imagine going from $350 to $450, and you do 30 deals a year at $100,000 more per sales price. That's $3 million more in volume times 3%. That's another 100 grand, folks. So we're going to give you a strategy call. We'll show you how to increase commissions, increase your revenue per deal, show you how to double end more of your own listings. That's always a great topic. We'll show you some things you could do to instantly increase your conversion. If you're not getting 3 or 4 appointments from everybody that you're talking to, you're messing up the call, and we can fix that very, very easily. And all of these skills translate to compounded profits. We'll show you other sources of income that you can tap into in the real estate business. So if this sounds like something that you're interested, here's who our ideal client is. Here's who would be a great person for this call. Specifically, someone who says, I'm doing pretty well, but not compared to what I'm capable of. My biggest competitor is me. I know I'm my own biggest limitation. They're responsible. They're not finger pointers, right? One thing drives me crazy is people that go, woe is me, you don't understand. No, I don't, no offense, no tolerance for them. But if you're responsible and you want more, we're here to help you. You should be winning, but you're not winning all your deals. We'll help you do that. You love to win, but you hate to lose. That's awesome. I don't like people who hate to lose and don't really care if they win. They're sore losers. So I want people who love to win. You want a higher quality of life. You're the type of person, you're a good fit for this call. If you want to have more income, but you also want to have more balance and you're willing to make the sacrifices in the short term for the long-term gain. You're the type of person who wants to know what's truly possible and you go, screw it, I'm raising my standards and I'm going for it. If that's you, go to brianmosescall.com. We'll show you past clients, how we optimize their selling systems and processes. We give them our templates. We show them how to double digit their growth. So if you're making $100,000 or more a year and you increase that by 25%, that's $125,000 with no added expenses. If you're doing 3, 4, 500,000, we can easily double that, get you to 600 to $1 million. I tell people if you're doing 250, we can get you to $1 million. And I'm talking profit. So if you're doing 250 gross, we can get you to $1 million profit. I've been there. I've been in your shoes. But we need to expand your thinking. You need to be open-minded. We'll show you advanced selling strategies like the recruiting process where it's negative reverse. I don't sell. I don't close. I don't ask for the order. They ask me. We'll show you how to do that. We'll show you how to become the dominant agent in your marketplace. We'll show you how to be super profitable because it's not what you make, it's what you keep, folks. Can't emphasize that enough. And we'll show you how to get many multiples of a return on your investment from every dollar you spend. We will squeeze and wring that dollar out for 5, 6, 10 times a return on your investment. Otherwise, it's not worth doing. And if you follow our direction, that one call can be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars in your career. You just do it over and over and over again. If I've described you, if I've connected with you, we have put coaching calls and resources aside to make a difference in your life. Let us blow your mind. Go to brianmosescall.com right now. Schedule your consult. We'll ask you some questions about where you are, where you want to be, and we will crush that call with you. It'll be somewhere between 45 minutes and an hour, and it'll blow your mind. Nobody will ever do that. Folks, you've been awesome. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you investing in yourself. And I know what my son's coaches always tell him, I'm going to tell you, hard work always pays off. It always pays off. Go get them. Bye-bye and have a great day. You guys have been amazing. Take care.